You know, the Tumblr sexy manification of any fandom is inevitable. Uh, and it's fine. I'm not complaining about it. And if you don't know what that is, they essentially take a character. Usually it's not human, but sometimes it is. They'll take like the little scrunkly little guy, or built like Bill Cipher from Gravity Falls, and they'll make him a sexy man. And I am proud to say that the sexy man of Warhammer 40,000 is none other than Conrad Kurz. He is the Tumblr sexy man. Because every time I've seen him, they've drawn him like as the most like attractive murder twink I've ever seen. And like, this man has not showered in thousands of years. He is stinky and covered in rotting human meat. But hey, honestly, I could fix him. Whatever's wrong with him is just way hotter. I wonder if you can hear the cricket in the background, because it's going crazy. So I'm listening to the Conrad Kurz audiobook because I'd never listened to it before. I kind of knew the contents of it, but I'd never listened to it before. And Jonathan Keeble does a really good job voice acting Conrad. But it's very funny, like, when he's all fucked up and talking to his flesh emperor thing, he sits, he does the L pose, he does the anime L pose with his face and his knees, like he's like weird and bird-like. He's so silly. He also ate someone, but you know, that's, you know, the woke mom's gonna cancel him for killing and eating people. God, I miss back in the day when we didn't have these soft-handed liberals and their morals.
Many workers. Life of honest toil is good, no?
Hey.
Ogryn in tank. Best combo ever.
I love Conrad Kurz. You know, gotta give respect where respect is due for that guy. Conrad didn't fall to chaos, right? He was a traitor, no doubt. I'm not saying he wasn't a traitor. He was obviously a traitor, but he didn't fall to chaos like Horus did, or like Fulgrim, or Angron. You know, like, Conrad was like, hey, all this shit's gonna happen, I've foreseen it, and everyone was like, lol, Lamau, you're silly. Shut up, you crazy bitch. What? Wait, stand me up? No? Ow. Now you may be wondering just why I said just stand me up there. I know they were surrounded by Horde, but they could have shoved like twice and got me up way quicker than it would have took to revolve me. Oh, there goes the Ogryn. But yeah, Conrad Kurz was definitely a traitor, but he didn't fall to chaos. He wasn't like, what is going on? What the hell was that? He didn't fall to no demons. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the game is being silly right now. Slice it up real quick. And that's why I like Conrad Kurz. He's so scrunkly. Although I'm gonna say Conrad Kurz did a lot wrong, right? He was a bad guy. But also, The Emperor deserved them. The Emperor deserved what Conrad Kurz became. You know what I'm saying? Because at one point, if he ever just listened to Conrad, or any of his brothers, really. Ow. My audio was real loud. There we are. You know, Conrad Kurz might not have gone crazy. And made a flesh statue of the Emperor that he ranted to for about 6 hours. Before dying. You made me this way. Anyway, Conrad Kurz is my son, and he did nothing wrong, and I hatched him from an egg. I love the Night Lords. I like, you know, it's just a little skin. Come on, give me your skin. Just, come on. It's a free weight loss program. Come on, give me your skin. Don't think about it. Just give me your skin. I mean, I'm in your walls. It doesn't get much worse than this. You just give me your skin. Oh, I'm upset. I'm being blasted. I thought the dog missed. Probably going to die. Unless I get saved by my pal. Oh no, I'm being saved by tiny pals. Oh. Save me, pal. I heard the dog, the dog kind of made the noise that the dogs make when they miss. But I guess maybe that's not a real noise and I just imagined it. Get boxed, idiot. Man, my work is only scheduling everyone 31 hours for for a while, and it's so cringe, man. Like, why am I getting scheduled lesser hours when I'm having money issues? Like, I'm gonna be in credit card debt, and then I'm not getting enough hours. This shit sucks, man. Luckily, I'm hopefully starting that new job, or that second job soon. Oh, I hate that. I hate capitalism. Oh, I hate all this. Oh, you don't want to starve to death? Get a second job and work every waking hour. Capitalism is stinky. So another thing, unfortunately, I don't think the art piece I commissioned for bolt gun thumbnails is going to be ready. Because it seems like the artist might have had a lot of commissions they didn't tell me about when I was like, hey, I was wanting to use your art for a thumbnail for bolt gun's release. Would that be cool? You know, like tag you and everything, blah, blah, blah. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like, oh, god damn it. Okay, well, I can't. Die. Good grenade. Oh, that was dicey. That was almost bad news bears right there. Almost. I didn't take that much damage from the pox burst. I'm kind of surprised. It's a 4 charge. I'll use it because I have corruption. Stupid idiot. So it's a shame about that thumbnail art, but oh well, I guess. I should have asked if they had a bunch of commissions. But like on their Twitter page, they had like I feel like they don't update their. Well, I mean, it was made clear to me they don't update like their number thing on Twitter after they accept a commission. So I guess it was just they had commissions and they didn't update their counter on their Twitter bio. So it's a shame, but I should have been more upfront about asking, I suppose. But oh well, live and learn. Live and learn. I mean, who knows? Maybe it will be, but I don't know. I'm gonna try. I might try to record a video tomorrow. I don't know if I'll be able to record Bolt Gun till the Thursday. Maybe I'll try to get like an episode or 2 out in the morning tomorrow. We'll see. We'll just see how the stars align. We'll see how the stars align. Alrighty. Oh, come on, bro.
Acceptable quality.
Fucking snipers. Fucking snippers. Alrighty. You know, one thing I think, there's been some discourse, well, okay, let me start over. There's been some discourse on Twitter today of a VTuber named Bebe, who I never really liked. They're a bit cringe, IMO. Is in trouble for saying the R slur. Now, I'm guilty of this. I think I've even said it recently, and I try not to say it, but sometimes. I was, you know, it's been in my vocabulary so long, I've only recently tried to stop using it, and I was successful for a bit, and then I started saying it, and I was like, no, this is cringe. So I'm trying to get back out of saying it. And I'm just saying, you know what? Slurs, bad. Maybe you shouldn't say them. I get it, like the R slur's not as bad as, well, not as bad as some other slurs out there. But you know, if it makes people feel excluded, and like has been used in a negative, derogatory way for most of its career to describe a certain set of people, perhaps we should not be saying it. But then again, not going to stop people who are so dedicated to saying it to the point of obsession. So I guess just, you know, be kind to people. Because you have no enemies. Unless they're aliens. Or heretics. Ah, from behind. Oh yeah, you think you can shoot me from there? Well, now I'm over here. Guess what's happening? You're getting sliced up. How's it feel to get sliced and diced, huh? Basically what I'm saying is, we should all try to accommodate people that are, obviously, no, you can't accommodate people who are being mean. Fuck. Fuck those guys. But we should be more conscious that our words hurt. Words can hurt people. So maybe if you're not, oh my goodness. So maybe if you're not offended by it, just remember there's someone standing next to you and they could not vibe with that, you know? And it's perfectly okay for them not to vibe with it. It's perfectly okay for people not to vibe with stuff. And just be wary of your audience and your surroundings. You know? There's things we say in private that we will not say in public. I will try to be better at it myself. In fact, from this day on, I will no longer say that word. Speaking of, that's what I'm saying. Orders, pog. He can take the ammo. I was having this discussion with some friends of mine, and I was like, oh, the only way I'm gonna play the new Legend of Zelda game, Tears of the Kingdom, is if I can get a mod to let me have infinite weapon durability, since I hate the mechanic with the fiery passion. And so I was like, oh, but weapon durability is good, and I was like, why? It's just a tedious mechanic. And they're like, oh, well, it promotes exploration. I'm like, if the only thing that promotes exploration in your games is because the tedious mechanic of weapons breaking, then perhaps you don't have a very good exploration game. And they were like, oh, but okay, well, it makes you come at situations with like, you know, you have to come at situations differently instead of just mindlessly running at it because you have limited weapons. Like, yeah, I loved having 7 of my weapons break on a camp, and then having to spend 20 minutes in the cheese spot dropping bombs. That felt very mechanically satisfying. You know. Oh, and the reward, 5 arrows. Like, cool, man. And they're like, oh, well, don't you find satisfaction in like actually like having to use like the mechanics to beat a boss? I'm like, I find satisfaction in beating a hard boss. I don't find satisfaction beating a boss that is tedious mechanics. Like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't want to open my UI every 2 seconds to swap to a new weapon. That's not good. Like, you know, like, that's not hard. That's tedious. That doesn't. When I beat the boss there, I'm not like, oh, fine. Yeah, I beat the boss. That was so fun. I'm like, oh, finally, I beat the boss. I can stop wasting my weapons for half a minute. Oh, we got launched over here. Wow, that was a bad miss. Hey, you don't get to live. Let me actually open up to see what exactly I said real quick, because it was over in the Discord. Blah, 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 blah. Beep, bop, boop. Okay, so what I said is, you know, I find no joy in 7 weapons breaking, spending 20 minutes dropping bombs to kill an enemy to lock a chest that gives me 5 arrows. And they said, oh, there's no more bombs to Tears of the Kingdom, so good news. I'm like, how's that good news? Also, you're not supposed to find joy in it. Do you find joy in being killed by a difficult boss, or is it the pain that it gives later joy context? You know, like the joy of beating the boss and not the like suffering through it. Like, and I said, I get joy from beating a tough boss with skill. I do not enjoy slogging through a tedious mechanic to finally kill a boss. Yeah, weapon, and it's unfortunate because there was an article from Kotaku, which is ironic, considering what happened with him and Nintendo, saying that Nintendo says that it'll be the Breath of the Wild will be the blueprint for the like Zelda games in the future, and I'm like, that's a shame. I probably won't ever be able to really enjoy a Zelda game again because if they keep weapon durability and anything to do with motion controls. Because it's not a good mechanic. It's just, it just feels like, okay, we needed something so that we added all these funny assets, we need some to make people interact with them. And instead of adding like, certain enemies are more vulnerable to spears, or more vulnerable to this, that, the other, or you'll get rewards for swapping weapons and fights to switch up how an enemy reacts. You get broadsword is broken. Idiot. Dumbass. Stupid. I'm like, okay. It's just like, ugh. It's so if I do get Tears of the Kingdom 1, I'm not buying that shit. Hello? 70 fucking bucks for Breath of the Wild 2? No thank you. I got Breath of the Wild for free. The story how I got Breath of the Wild is actually kind of insane. So my brother was on a hike with his buddy, and he found a backpack, and inside the backpack was a Dark Magician girl from Mousepad, which is a Yu-Gi-Oh character, and 3 Switch games. Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, and I can't remember what the other one was. There might have been only 2. But it was Mario Odyssey and Breath of the Wild, which is insane. One probably found someone who was just fucking murdered and just looted their corpse, you know, or whatever was left of it, got their drops. Wow, game did not want to let me reload there. I was hitting that R button. And I never beat, I'll say it here, I did not beat Breath of the Wild. I know the ending of Breath of the Wild because I watched it. I did not beat Breath of the Wild because I could not stand the tedious mechanics. Not only that, I was using the Switch Pro controller because I didn't want to use the Joy-Cons because, ew, Joy-Cons. But every single time I went into a goddamn dungeon, I have to, like, grab the Joy-Cons from the dock. Why did that just open? Sorry, a side menu just opened out of nowhere. Every time I went to use, I entered a shrine, I'd have to use the dock because the goddamn motion controls don't work with the Pro controller. I'm like, what the HE double hockey sticks, dude? So, it's a shame that we're not gonna have a true Zelda game ever again. Seemingly, I mean, hopefully like people get tired of the open world bullshit soon, so we can go back to the superior form of Zelda game. And if you like Breath of the Wild, good for you. It's okay to have an opinion that is worse than mine. So, no, I'm kidding. Breath of the Wild's cool. Just sucks that we're not gonna have a truly unique Zelda again, because it's all just gonna be Breath of the Wild 3.0 or whatever. But yeah, oh, and to continue, they were like, oh, well, you know, all these, you know, cool weapons, you can do combinations and stuff. Like, wow, you can add a rock to a sword to make it do more damage. I'm like, that's not cool. I don't think that's cool. I mean, it's funny, I guess. You know, and I was like, the Master Sword's good enough for me. And they're like, oh, that's boring. I'm like, okay. I sent them the clip of Bane saying, for you. I'm a one-weapon Andy. Okay? I used one weapon in Elden Ring. Every single time I played Dark Souls game, I always use the same weapon. oh, obviously I use a different weapon until I get the weapon that I want to use, right? It's always a strength build, the superior build, you know? I'm a proud one weapon Andy, alright? I don't care how many gimmicks you add, I'm gonna use the one weapon, okay? So, if I do ever get Tears of the Kingdom, I'm probably gonna emulate it so I can mod it to have infinite weapon durability. Because I don't want to deal with the tedious mechanic that is just bad. It's like, weapon durability, to me, is the invasion mechanic of From Software games. It's just bad. It's just a bad mechanic. It's no fun. It's actively the antithesis of fun. It's like, oh, you thought you could kill this boss? Well, your good weapon's broke, so now you have to use a fucking stick. Sorry, dude. It's like, okay, buddy. Cool. Because it also just adds tedious UI, having to add all these goddamn weapon slots and all these like mechanics with it. It's like, ugh. Especially the fact that the Master Sword doesn't have infinite durability base, like just already is insane to me. Alrighty, well, that's enough on my rant. Just remember, my opinions are objectively correct, and anyone who disagrees is wrong. Let's see what the Emperor gave me. Oh, I haven't gotten a slap shield in a hot minute. Well, alrighty. If you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching, like, and subscribe, or don't. I'm not your mother. But you better have brushed your teeth. And have a good one.